Gerri, I'm out on a limb because I don't know.
Well, all right.
The Evergreen Media Network Studio. The Evergreen Media Network Studio. Powered by Scott Tree Services.
Hi, welcome to Silver Linings. I am your host, Janean Barrows. Sometimes I'm your co-host, like I'll be today with Mike Conway. And we are very blessed to have with us today Gerri Rorick, who is one of the founding directors for a caring center for women here in Vero Beach. And we are going to have a conversation about how they have changed over the years, who they are serving, what their mission is, and how you might be able to support them moving forward. So, Gerri, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
We are doubly happy to have you. So, Mike was telling me a little bit about the growth and the changes that have occurred at the Caring Center for Women over the years. And before we jump into some of that information to share with our guests, can you share with us the mission, history, and how you became a big backer and prominent figure with the group?
Well, that's a long story, my dear.
We got a few minutes.
But we started out, there were a group of actually Notre Dame alum, mostly men and mostly older men. And they thought we needed a pregnancy center here in Vero Beach. And so they forged ahead, and they had probably 2 years worth of really strong work in this. And they just, nothing deterred them. I'll put it that way. And simply because they felt called. So we opened up, and so many people told us, we don't need you here. Why are you opening up in Vero Beach? And to the point of, I thought maybe they're right, and we'll try this. And if it doesn't work, we tried. So the day we put the sign up out front, we weren't open yet, by the way. So we put the sign up out front, and we had women knocking at our door. We didn't have anything inside the building at that point. And so it was kind of a, you go to the door. No, you go to the door. Because we weren't prepared, basically. So the next month we opened up, and my goodness, the floodgates opened. So we were needed here.
So the need was real.
And that need has not wavered. That need has only increased over the years. So that's how we got started. And our initial mission was to offer free pregnancy testing, free on-site ultrasounds, and then support services after that, and education. We wanted to make sure that all of our families, our mothers, were totally prepared to be that mother.
Mm-hmm.
And
it doesn't come with a book.
No, it doesn't. And we learned that in a hurry, because, you may be aware of this, as many of our listeners will be, but our family unit is more, it's not what it used to be. I'll put it that way.
You're right.
They are broken. So these young women that find themselves in an unplanned pregnancy need support. So in many instances, we become that family, and we love it, and they love coming. So loving and serving women, that's truly what we do every single day. And I don't think there's anybody better at it than a caring center for women.
I love that. Nothing like fully believing.
Our staff is, I can't say enough about our staff. They're just, they're amazing.
I love that. Now, Mike, you said before our show how you personally knew a bit about a caring center for women. And I'm just curious, as a man, what drove you to find interest and desire some education and involvement?
Well, that's a kind of a loaded question for me because I'm absolutely on board with loving and serving women. So there you go.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
But,
and I was very interested to hear this answer also.
I've been around for a while, as you can see, but I've seen young ladies going through the turmoil that they do, and I've had in my own family scenarios, and yes, I want to reach out and help every single one of them that I can. So
I love that.
Yeah,
nice giving heart. Preemptive preparation is extremely important for any woman of any age when they find themselves with a child within. There's a lot that goes into that, and usually it's just the topic for women. So I really love that you're a supporter of the We Care, or a caring center for women, because you would think as an outsider that it would be driven just by women for women, right?
Right.
So to know that our community as a whole, regardless of gender, is very much involved in supporting a caring center for women. And we'll talk a little bit more about why that's so important later, about how you're funded and how that works out.
Okay.
But I kind of interrupted you for a moment, so I apologize. We've talked about what their mission is, how they began, and the goals. How did you become involved? I mentioned that you were the founding director, right? So
Yes.
tell me what that
Yes.
looked like and what drove you to take such a central and important role in this foundation.
Well, I tell everyone I'm the epitome of God preparing the called. I had no background in this at all. My background was in ministry, though, and administration, pastoral and administration, things like that. And my husband of 40 years had died, and I was looking for what I was going to do next. So based on that, I had a friend who gave me a key to the center and said, just come on down, put the office together, come and go as you please. And when that happened, I pushed the key back, and then she pushed it back to me. And so we did that for a while. But I thought, okay, my husband had an office at home. I had everything that we needed in an office at home. So I took it down, put it in there, and told him, okay, now I'm done. And the next thing I knew, I got a box of 1,000 business cards with my name on it. So that's how I became the director. In fact,
there were definitely other hands at play.
Absolutely. We have a very strong board of directors that governs us. So, and they're all pillars of the community. They're all very well known. They are just amazing people. We have attorneys, we have doctors, we have very astute businessmen, we have finance people, and we even have a veterinary. So,
well, fur babies are an important part of our lives. So when something goes wrong, you want that extra help so that you can focus on the well-being of the individual, right?
Right.
I would think so. So you just mentioned something that is what I was trying to get at with talking to Mike about why he's involved. Okay. You have a variety of men and women, young and old, professionals and community members alike, and they are all having a focus on the family unit.
Right.
And the importance of how to structure it so that it remains strong, right?
And men are extremely important in that process.
That's right.
So we have recently added a dad's program.
I love that.
I guess it's been about a year now, but they meet whenever we're not there. So there are no women involved, no women to impede their progress. And so twice a week, the men meet, and they just hosted a Mother's Day brunch for their wives, by the way.
Oh, how
So
nice. I love that.
turned out very nice. And so Father's Day, they intend to do a barbecue outside in our big parking lot.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
So including the men is a very strong
It's important.
support
Yeah.
for all of our women.
Yeah.
And, society has told our men in the past to just tell the women, I'll support your decision, whatever you want. And that's not good enough. Our women want to hear exactly what the father of the baby wants, and that he will support her in every way, not just whatever she wants. So that's a strong message
shift in the message
that she needs to hear.
Makes a big difference too on the way
It
it's
makes
delivered.
all the difference, really.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to say let's hold some thoughts, because we're going to delve into how the organization is supported, how many people they serve, and all the different various forms of service they provide in our community. But we have to take a quick break for our commercial break and for our sponsors. So we'll be back in just a minute.
All right.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens, Hollywood, and Kingsley Bait. We specialize in fire bits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a super summer sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture.
Welcome to Silver Linings. Thank you for that little break. We are so grateful for all our sponsors, both in commercial and our Silver Linings specific sponsors. So if you have a need for any kind of family law, civil law services, please consider Rooney and Rooney and the legal team over there, as they are our sponsor for Silver Linings. And if you are looking for advice on how to manage your money in a healthy manner, please consider reaching out to our other sponsor, the team over at Conway Financial Planning. We are so grateful for their support. And without it, we wouldn't be able to bring you Silver Linings. So on that note, before we went to commercial, we were talking with Gerri, and she was talking about how that a caring center for women has changed a little over the years. I believe it's been almost 11 years since
Yes.
you joined us here in Indian River
This
County in the 772 arena. And you have recognized the importance of the family unit as a whole, and not just supporting the mother, but those fathers that are actively involved in their lives of their families as well. And I love, love, love that, because we are a unit when we have a family and we have children, and it's really important to have a very strong, safe structure for stability on the base. And I love that you're reaching out and you're working with the fathers as well. So we would be remiss not to talk about some of the really important things. 11 years here in our community is a long time, which means you've probably impacted a lot of lives. It is much more over time growing. It's not just the ultrasound anymore. You've expanded into a multitude of arenas of help, managing assistance, whether it's clinical, social work, getting them assistance, whatever those scenarios may be. Before we delve into all of those, can you give me like a brief synopsis of how many you think generally you've assisted over the 11-year period coming through the center?
Well, I can tell you that we average over 900 women every single year.
Wow.
And in Indian River County, there are only 11 to 1,200 births every year. So we say that a strong majority of those births start with a pregnancy test at our center.
Oh, wow.
And that's every year. Those numbers have not gone down. They just keep coming. So that's, it's very rewarding to us to know that all of those babies began with a visit to us.
Oh, I bet. I have no doubt about that. Oh, yeah, I think that would make me a little emotional.
Oh, yes. And we, this year we have decided to, along with our amazing board, but we decided to step outside of just being a pregnancy center. And so that's where we're at right now. I left a construction crew working away to come here today. And we're almost there. We're waiting for the electrician. As soon as he gets there, we should be ready to go. So within the next 2 weeks, we're going to open that third unit of our building. 2 years ago, we bought our building. We were able to do that. And we occupied 2 units. We started in one. We started in 1,000 square feet. Then we moved to 2,000 square feet, then to 3. And now we'll have almost 5,000 square feet.
Wow.
So
that is a heck of a footprint.
As the needs grew, we grew.
I can tell you too, after the tour that you gave me the other day, unbelievable how nice, and it's just spotless place, and your interior design is just overwhelmingly good. and boy, it somebody going in there will definitely feel extremely comfortable to be there. Yeah, right. It is really a pleasant atmosphere.
And that's our goal. So whenever I hear that, I think, okay, we've achieved that goal, but we want to be welcoming. We want to be, we want our clients to feel valued. We want them to know that they're deserving of a very clean facility and a little bit upscale, but not so much that anyone would be uncomfortable. So that's always our goal, and we work very hard at that, and we do every day.
The reality too is that not every woman that comes in there has a significant partner with them. So your facility really helps them immensely.
Right.
It goes double duty.
Right, and we encourage the fathers of the babies to be part of this. We praise them whenever they come in. We reward them, which takes me back to our model of care, and that is after the pregnancy test, after the ultrasound, then we promise them that we will walk beside them throughout the entire pregnancy and beyond. We don't have a cutoff age at our center. We just figure, our goal is to get them to fly on their own. But until that day comes, we will be there for them.
I love that. So you mentioned that you've got the second building, or the second unit that you're doing services in. And I know you've grown significantly over the years. So you're far outside of the point of pregnancy test and ultrasound anymore.
We are.
Can you tell our audience briefly, what are some of the services that you are actually providing internally?
Okay. Well, after hearing repeatedly for many years the inavailability of doctor appointments in this area, especially OBGYNs, we formed, the first thing we did, we formed a medical advisory committee. Again, pillars of this community and the medical community.
Yes.
Dr. Chuck Mackett, Dr. Michaela Scott. And we decided we're going to do women's checkups, because our women who were not pregnant had nowhere to go for that.
Yeah.
If they don't have insurance, then they don't have many options here. So they go without, and that's not good enough for my client.
No.
So we offer free women's wellness checkups completely with everything that they need. Complete blood work, which is about $500 worth of blood work, by the way.
Wow.
And we do the PAPs. We do all of their all anything that you would find if you had insurance or if you were a member of one of our concierge women's wellness facilities here, is now available to my client.
I love that. I love that. So if you're listening and you are a young woman and you have a need for these clinical services, but for whatever reason you have a barrier in place, you know, you can reach out to Gerri and her team. They'll guide you. If it's not something that they can cover within the clinic, it's something that they can help you find location for, whether it's getting you into somebody for an emergency situation or helping you get on a sliding scale or making sure you're getting what you need. So we have a short show. And I apologize. I wish we had all day to sit and talk about this. But with the few minutes left, I would like to talk about funding. My understanding is your organization is completely and totally run off of donations. Is that correct?
It is. However, we are also part of the Florida Pregnancy Care Network. Okay. And that's a very important, it's a group of 97 different centers in the state. So we also get help from them and guidance, very strong guidance.
Nice. So it's a combination.
It is.
Right, it's a combination.
But mostly private donors, people who care about women, care about babies, and our family units.
And so if somebody was inclined to assist with you all in your mission and they wanted to be a donor, how do they go about doing that?
All right. Well, my most favorite thing to do, as Mike will tell you, is give tours. So I would love to have them call the center, have them come in and just do a quick tour so they can see exactly who we are, what we do, and what they'll be supporting.
And they can do that through calling you or even online, correct?
Correct.
Nice.
We have a great website, 772-4U.org.
I love that. Say that again.
772-4U.org.
Oh, for just those of us in Indian River County. I love that.
Right.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah, we thought that would be easy to remember. You don't have to remember a phone number, just 772-4U.org.
I love it. I love it.
Before we get off, again, I
was
throw in
gonna say,
another
Mike,
2 cents.
Please do.
The funding aspect, it's kind of where my show goes, is a healthy finance.
Right.
Yes.
And one of the things that I know for some of my clients is they really do look for what's called charitable remainder trust and places where they can actually do some real good. And at the same time, save an awful lot of money on taxes. So next month, my guest, hopefully will be an attorney, Mr. Glenn Gravengood.
Gravengood, yes.
And he will explain charitable remainder trusts. And you two really would be a great option for people.
Yeah.
So that
So
would be
I love
ideal.
that, Mike, because what you're saying is that if you want to put your funding ahead and knowing where it's going to go, you can help them put it in a trust so that it's protected from taxes, but at the same time can be utilized as a gift to support organizations just like Gerri's
It's
at the
actually
Caring Center for
way
Women.
more difficult to explain than just that.
Oh, I know.
But-
Sure. I was trying to sum it up just
I know,
briefly, but
very
we'll
good.
talk more about it in 4 weeks
we're
from
gonna
now.
let Glenn do that, but it is a really good option, and I can't stress enough how that would help your scenario, and it would help the people that are donating at the same time.
Right. And truly, we're only there because of the tremendous support in this community.
Right.
I love that. We are very lucky to be in such a wonderful community. Those that really want to be involved and they put their money where their mouth is, so to speak. And I love that they're doing so at the Caring Center for Women. If you have any questions for Gerri and her team, please reach out to them. We are so grateful for your time. We will see you next week. Thank you for joining us on Silver Linings, Gerri. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.